What's up, fellas? It's your boy Scheme. We're back with another episode for the Dynasty. We're here to talk about the over and under 56, the possibility of games going over and under. Couldn't do it alone. Got your boy KP from the Eagles on the show. What's going on, man?
Boys, good, fellas.
We also got Bino from the Patriots. What's going on, Bino?
Not much, man. Another day, another dollar.
I heard that. I'm about to make me some money today, too. All right. The first game we're going to talk about the Raiders and the Lions. At this point, the Raiders have given up 142 points, only scored 89. The Lions have given up 227 points and scored only 93. Okay, KP, what's your take on this game for us going over and under?
I'm definitely going to take the over because I think both, even though his defense is giving up a lot and he only got 93 points versus like 2-something he's giving up, I think he's starting to get his bearings with this team because he can throw the ball still. And since HBO just going to be chucking it too, I think we're going to see a high-scoring game, like 42-48 type shit.
All right. How about you, Bino?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that analysis, man. My dog lit a hustle with the Lions. He's letting up 77 points too often, man. And meanwhile, the Raiders, they got a lot of speed. He still got Ruggs back there, and he praises Derek Carr. So I got the Raiders winning the game, and I got this game being over 56.
I would agree. I got it going over, too. Look out for running back Atkins. He has 635 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns. And on the Lions side, you got Joe Alexander with 3 sacks, 2 INTs, and a pass deflect with a forced fumble and a block. So we'll see what happens in that game. On to the next, you got the Chargers and the Ravens. Okay, right now, up to this point, the Chargers are only giving up 90 points. They have scored 184. The Ravens have scored 103 points, giving up 55. Okay, since it's an AFC game, I'm coming to you first, Bino. What's your take on this game for us going over and under?
I think this game is going to be over 56, man. I just see speed in every position on both sides from receiver to DB. I think this game has 2 good users and it's going to be real high scoring with a lot of good decisions. When I look at the defense of the Chargers, they have a good defense, but nobody showed me the blueprint on how to stop Addy yet. So I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be over 56, and I got the Ravens taking the W.
Okay, how about you, KP?
I am going opposite. I think this one is definitely hitting the under. I do think it's the game of the week. I think it's going to be a great matchup, but I'm thinking it's going to be a defensive slugfest, and I got Addy taking it 21-17.
Okay, I'm going to agree with KP on this. I mean, things happen during the game to change it, maybe pick sixes and stuff like that. I got to go with the under. You know, Max Barber, has 6 INTs, 4 taken back to the house. But you do have Lamar Jackson for the Ravens with 13 touchdowns and 3 INTs. That's a pretty good ratio on the season. So I'm sticking with the under. All right, on to the next. We got the Colts and the Titans. The Colts have scored 111 points and given up 109. The Titans have scored 107 and given up 115. Okay, Pope, what's your take on this game?
I think that one's a toss-up. That one's gonna be interesting. I'm trying to see if them old heads for the Titans gonna step it up. Take it back to their old days. You know what I'm saying? I think if they do that, it could. 50. I'm gonna stick with the under, just under, and I'm gonna go with like a 24-21. Titans squeeze it out.
All right, how about you, Bino?
I gotta go under too. I definitely agree with KP. I think it's more of a divisional game, right? So I think it's gonna be 2 teams that really, really know each other really well. Both teams lost their last 2 games, right? So it tells me that neither one of them are putting up too many points. But I do agree it's gonna be a toss-up, right? I really don't know who's gonna win. But I do have the Titans taking the W, and this game is gonna be under 56.
Okay, I would agree. I like the under as well. Look out for cornerback. Haywood has 5 INTs for the Colts. And then you got on the other side, you got Sweat with 24 tackles, 5 pass deflects. So he's doing well in coverage. Okay, moving on to the next, you got the Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons have only scored 73 points at this point and given up 93. Now, on the other hand, the Saints have scored only 83 points, but he's given up 143. Okay, Bino, what's your take on this game?
I got the under. I got the under. Like you said, the Falcons only scored 73, and it's a divisional matchup, right? But the Saints is 0-4, and the Falcons, I believe, is 1-3. So I think, the Saints gonna make a lot of noise defensively in this game, especially because the Falcons a little bit. But the fact that he's gonna make that noise defensively, and the Falcons don't be able to, they're not showing that they can score very well. I gotta go under. Regardless of the defense of the Saints, that 0-4 record is not allowing me to predict a W for them. So I got the Falcons taking a W on this one.
Okay, how about you, KP?
I will agree. I don't really see too much offensive firepower from either side popping off. So they might fuck around and have a 17-13 game, but I'm sticking with the Falcons getting that dub.
Okay, I agree. I like the under. Being more conservative on the Falcon side. On wide receiver, Dunlop has 23 catches for 181 yards. That's a very conservative approach. And the Saints, on the other hand, cornerback DB Bernard has 5 INTs and 3 pass deflects. So I got to go with the under. On to the next game, you got the Steelers and the Texans. Up to this point, the Steelers have scored 98 points, giving up 141. The Texans have scored 72, is only giving up 91. Okay, Bino, what's your take on this game?
I gotta go over, man. I gotta go over. And that's not. I know when you look at these teams and you're like, well, why would you go over, Bino? And that's because I expect Deshaun Watson to go off. Right, the Steelers, I see them giving up almost on average 340 pass yards a game. Right, so if you let Deshaun Watson get out the box and get busy out there, he's gonna go off. I do think it should be a shootout because the Steelers have shown that they can score as well. I know I was high on them earlier in a few shows back, but I got the Texans taking this one, and this game is gonna be over 56.
Okay, how about you, KP?
I think there can be firepower in this one, so I am surprisingly agreeing with you on this one. I think you're going to get another one of them passing shootouts. A winner, though, I definitely think it hits the over. But as far as winner, I just go with JB just because he got the homie back there.
All right. I'm going to go against. I like the under in this. I'm just going to take a shot on the under. But the players to watch out for is going to be, running back Barkley has 309 yards and 6 touchdowns. So look out for that. For the Texans, you got cornerback Bush already with 3 INTs. So I'm going to stick with the under. Moving on to the next, you got the Patriots and the Washington football team. Up to this point, the Patriots have given up 109 points. He scored 132. For the Washington football team, he scored 147 and giving up only 75 points. All right, KP, you familiar with the Washington football team? How you see this game plan out?
I think this is going to be a slugfest. Ugly, gritted out, lots of running the fucking ball. Definitely going to stick with the under. And selfishly, I want Bus to win because if he loses back-to-back, I play him next. No, thank you. So I need Bus to go ahead and pull out that dub and lose to me after that.
All right. You familiar with the whole team, you know. You know your team really well, right? So what's your team?
I gotta disagree. I mean, I agree on the under, but I don't know if he's gonna pull out the W, man. He just took an L against Gav, and I was watching that game taking notes. I even put it in the chat, like my little emoji taking notes, you know what I mean? But I agree. I think for me to win this game, man, I'm gonna have to stop the run and I'm gonna have to convert on third downs. I'm not doing a good job of converting. I think I got like 50% conversion on third downs. That's just not gonna cut it against the Super Bowl champion. For the Washington football team, I think he's gonna have to pass the ball on me, man, because I think I got an underrated run defense. But I know Bus got that 97 overall Osgood, so I just got to focus on him, keying on him, and let Jalen Ramsey do his thing. So I got the Pats winning, and this game is going to be under 56.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go against again. I like the over in this game. The key players to watch out for on the Washington football team side is going to be wide receiver Carter, 304 yards up to this point, 3 touchdowns. Patriots do have 2 nice corners right now. Look out for cornerback Baker. 3 INTs and already has 2 touchdowns. That's defense. So I'm still gonna take the over in this game. Moving on to the next, you got the Panthers and the Giants. The Panthers have scored 134 points up to this point, giving up 121. The Giants have only scored 48 points, and he's given up 121. Okay, Bino, how you see this game going?
I see this game being over 56, man. Did a little bit of homework. I see the Panthers is very efficient offensively, especially in the red zone. My man got 95% conversions in the red zone.
Right.
And then yeah, it's crazy, right? And then you play in the Giants, right? I don't think the Giants is to be slept on just because he's in a tough division. I think the Giants roster will make the game competitive, but ultimately, I got the Panthers taking a W just based on that efficiency. So over 56 with the Panthers W on this one.
All right, KP, what's your take?
I will never give the Giants an over ever, just because. I'm not knocking him as a player or his ability to score points. I'm saying because he comes out in that heavy formation with one receiver and a running back, and he pretty much bases his whole game plan on running the ball and controlling the clock. So if your focus is controlling the clock and running the ball, it's going to be hard to hit the overs unless they're getting a lot of turnovers and pick sixes and fumbles. But he only going to throw about 4-5 times. So I'm going to go Panthers and under.
Okay. Well, I like the under too. You know, me and KB, we were watching, the Giants for a long time. And C-Rob has a defense of his own at certain points. It should not be too hard, C-Rob. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. I like the under in this game. The players you're going to need to watch out for, middle linebacker Bishop has 3 INTs, 1 pass deflects, and 2 touchdowns already. On the Giants side, wide receiver Pryor continues to be a little bit consistent. 220 yards and 4 touchdowns. But like we said, I like the under. Moving on to the next, you got the Bucks and the Cardinals. The Bucks have scored 120 points up to this point and given up 82 points. The Cardinals, one of the best defenses in the league, and right now is the best. 133 points he scored and only giving up 35. Okay, this is the NFC. So KP, we're gonna start with you. What's your take?
This is a tougher one than I expected. I'm really on the fence on this one because they both have offenses that can put up points. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the over, and I'm gonna go with Andy just because I feel like OG just gonna try and do too many crosses.
Okay. All right. How about you, Bino?
I agree. It's a tough one to call, man, but I'm gonna go over too. Just because I think we all know what Andy's capable of on the offensive end. But don't get me wrong, right? You said this the last couple shows. Them Cardinals defense is nothing to play with. They still number 1 in yards allowed. And my man's grabbing picks left and right? So I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to come down to the wire, but I think the Cards going to get that last pick or that last fumble to basically end the game. And I got the Cards taking the W on this.
Okay. I'm going to go with the under. This is becoming like a rivalry right now. They're playing each other very often. 2 years ago they was in the NFC championship game. Really, really, really hard fought game. That game was under 56. So I'm gonna stay with that method. I think each team wanna, make a statement. The players to watch out for is gonna be running back Wilford. Already has 426 yards for the Bucks, along with 4 touchdowns. And then you got the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is actually having a great, efficient year. 782 yards, 9 touchdowns, and only 2 picks. That's a really, really great ratio. So, but this game here, I'm taking the under. On to the next, you got the Packers and the Rams. The Packers have only scored 71 points up to this point, but given up 129. The Rams have scored 83 points and given up 128. All right, we're going to stay in the NFC first with KP. What's your take on this game?
Well, if they can't score, they can't go over. So, Rams is going to be a heavy run. Packers, I just don't see them doing much. So, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Rams and the under.
All right, how about you, Bino?
I'm gonna definitely agree on the under. I think the Packers play like the way he plays is very decisive, but sometimes, right? Sometimes he can be undisciplined and lead to turnovers. I think the Rams will win this game if the running game shows up, but that's a question mark. So I'm gonna have to go with the Packers W on this one. I got this game under 56.
Okay, I have to agree. I like the under. Right now, the player to watch out for us, the Packers, is Isaiah Simmons, strong safety. Actually, he's been switched over to free safety. He has 5 picks and a touchdown, 3 pass deflects. For us, the Rams, like you said, it's going to be run heavy. You got Jonathan Taylor, 408 yards and 1 touchdown. So I'm going with the under. On to the next, you got the Bengals and the Seahawks. The Bengals have scored 110 points up to this point, giving up 125. Seahawks have only scored 70 points, but only giving up 72. All right, Bino, what's your take on this game?
Yeah, I got this game being under 56. I think it's a lot. I think it's very evenly matched. I think it's both of them are good users on the sticks. I didn't play the Seahawks every single preseason, so I know what he's talking about, and I think we all know what Taz talking about too. So I think this is gonna be a chess match. And I got the Bengals taking the W. And this game gonna be under 56.
Very interesting. How about you, KP?
That's a tough one. Seahawks is like hit or miss for me because he can ball out, but I don't know if his receiver is still out. I know he got injured in our game, so if he's still out, I'm gonna go with the under just because he's not gonna have 2 burners. And then as far as who's taking it, I just can't see the Seahawks being 1-3. So sorry, Taz, I gotta go against you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Seahawks and stick with the under.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with KP. You know what? Nah, Taz defense might. We're gonna see. I'm taking the over because these guys play real fast. Even when the defense plays well for both sides, I think they're gonna try to come up and put up points quickly. For us, the Bengals, you got to watch out for strong safety Ware, who has 3 INTs and a pick 6. And then on the other side, you got cornerback Griffin with 3 picks, 3 pass deflects, and a pick 6 as well. So you got to watch out for that. It's going to be a real fast-paced game. It's a tough one of the toughest ones to call. I like the over. Moving on to the next, you got the Bears and the 49ers. The Bears have only scored 81 points up to this point and given up 101. The 49ers on the other side have scored 102 points, only giving up 30. Another top 5 defense from last year. What's your take on this, KP?
I think Bruce about to be putting up points. So I'm thinking a high lopsided game. I'm taking the 49ers and a 42-14 game.
It sounds like a push to me. Okay. How about you, Bino?
I got it going over, man. I do agree. Bruce gonna put up points in this one, and I don't think it's gonna necessarily be offensively. I think his defense is gonna score more than his offense. Yeah, that's a wild take. Yeah, man. But I got the 49ers taking the W, and I got this game going over just because I think we all know Bruce, when he lock in, he can be a very, very lethal user, man. So I got the game over and 49ers winning.
I have to agree. I like the under as well. 2 defensive-minded coaches. And on the Bears side, the players to watch out for is linebacker Woodley has 27 tackles and an INT. And on the 49ers side, defensive end Chamberlain has 7.5 sacks already. That's a lot for at this point in the season. So I'm sticking with the under. On to the next game, you got the Cowboys and the Dolphins. The Cowboys have only scored 75 points up to this point, giving up 83. The Dolphins have scored 150 points, giving up 84. Okay, you familiar with the Dolphins. KP familiar with the Cowboys. But let's go with Bino first.
Ooh, I got this game being over, man. I played both of these guys in the last 4 weeks. It's very, very 2 good offense. Two good offenses. When I say good, I'm talking about real good. Speed on both sides, averaging 93 speed at receiver on both sides. I see 2 great users and really just 1 great game. I think this is a game that everybody should be watching. I got this game going over. It is a toss-up, but I do have the Dolphins taking a W because he knows how to lock in defensively, and he has that high-powered offense and Wharton and Peters who ate me up last week. So I got the Dolphins. Yeah, I got the Dolphins taking the W. This game is going over 56, man.
All right, okay. How about your divisional rivalry? Talk about the Cowboys. Your divisional
Cowboys
rivalry.
are very, very consistent. It looks weird seeing them 1-2. Everybody probably gonna expect the Tank Gate investigation on his ass. Shit, they're gonna investigate our whole division. They're gonna be like, hey, 1 out of every 3 years, one of them niggas is tanking. But we just struggle sometimes, and I think he gets his ship right on this game. I definitely agree with the high-powered offense. I think they both are going to score some points here, at least 30 a pop, and I'm going to go with the Cowboys because I don't see him going 1-3. But with that said, Tight Work does have a very, very good offense. So I'll definitely be trying to tune into the party chat if I can get that baby to go to sleep.
All right. I'm gonna close that one out with the under. I think the Cowboys gonna take a careful approach in this game, play safe. Dolphins, he's gonna try to play fast pace, and even if he gets the lead, he's gonna try to slow it down to keep the ball out of the Cowboys' hands. This is a prime time matchup. When you talk about the Cowboys, you gotta watch out for Hooker. Free safety Hooker has 6 INTs on the season already. On the Dolphins side of the ball, the running back Lau has 577 yards and 4 touchdowns. So that's going to be something to look out for. On to the next, you got the Jets and the Jags. The Jets have scored 100 points up to this point. Just gave up 41 to the Eagles. Wow. And he's given up 157 points. The Jags, on the other hand, have scored 103 and given up 97. Okay, this is an AFC matchup. What's your take, Bino?
I got this game being under 56, man. I do recognize that Jets got his offense back playing the Eagles, man. But I think, Under in his Jaguars, Under got some stick skills, man, and so do the Jets. So I think the stick skills will determine the win of this game. I think it's going to definitely be a slug it out kind of game. It is a toss-up to me. It's 50-50 on who's going to win. But I know the pedigree of the Jets being in his division. You can call it bias if you want, but I got the Jets taking the W. Probably by 3 or by a touchdown, but this game gonna be under 56 for sure.
Okay, how about you, Kate?
I agree with the under. I am going to continue that under with underrated because I believe he just got a new linebacker, didn't he? Didn't he trade for Bush?
Yeah, he got Bush.
Yeah, with that being said, he's already a hit stick motherfucking prowess. That nigga just be lurking with a hit stick. Him, Bus, and Gab be like, they glitchy with the hit stick. Goddamn it, that should be pissing me off. So, with that being said, I think it'll be an under, but I think he gets a couple forced fumbles that'll change the game and lock up the dub for the Jags.
I would agree with the under. And Jags, does have stick skills. He can switch to a player in a nanosecond and hit stick you. I've never seen that happen before. I mean, wow, just amazing. When you play, watch out. When you watch this game, look out for the Jags. Bush already has 30 tackles, 1 sack, and 3 pass deflects. And you look at the Jets side of the ball. This guy named Bob Young at wide receiver has 342 yards and 3 touchdowns. So those are the players to watch for that particular game. On to the next, you got the Chiefs and the Bills. The Chiefs have scored 143 points up to this point and given up 101. The Bills, on the other hand, have scored 108, giving up 126. Okay, AFC matchup again, Bino. What's your take?
Believe it or not, I got this game going under, man. I know it's a lot of speed on that Chiefs offense.
Man.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of speed on that Chiefs offense, right? And they are top 10 in scoring, but the Bills can put up numbers too. If you look at the offensive yards, I think he's still top 10 as well. I think when it comes to the passing game, we cannot sleep on the fact that the Bills got Denzel Ward. So I think the Bills DBs will limit the Chiefs offense, but I do not think that they will stop the Chiefs offense. So I got the Chiefs taking the W. I think it's going to be a defensive game, and this game going to go under 56.
Okay, how about you, KP?
I can't say that I will. I mean, the Ward part, you swayed me because I did forget he got Ward from free agency. Fuck you, Matt, because I was bidding on him. But Mr. Fucking and Chuck It is what I like to call SJ. So he don't give a goddamn who the fuck out there. He throwing that bitch. So it's gonna be high scoring. I still think it's gonna be high scoring. But I think because Mr. Fucking and Chuck It is just gonna blindly throw that thing, I think Matt will get a pick six that'll seal the game for him.
All right, I'm gonna go with the over. This is the one you put your rent money on. Look like Bino about to be homeless. There ain't nowhere in the world this ain't going under. I don't see it. So when you make your parlay, be careful. When you look at this game, you got to watch out for it. Edwards-Helaire, he has 379 yards and already 10 touchdowns. On the other hand, it's not even about Ward. It's been about cornerback Fulton from the Bills. 7 picks and 4 pass deflects. I mean, I just had another 3. So 7 picks and 7 pass deflects. That is amazing. So that's it for the games, for the over and under. Okay, for your parlay, Bino, what would be your 14 parlay for $100?
For $100, I'm definitely going the Cowboys Dolphins over 56. I'm definitely going the Jets and Jaguars under 56. I almost put the Chargers and Rams. I'm sorry, the Chargers and Ravens in there, but I'm not because I'm not. It's $100. I'm almost homeless. Let me go ahead and hold on to that. So for the other 2 games, I got the Panthers and Giants over 56, and definitely the Patriots and the Washington football team under 56. That's going to be a defensive slugger. That's my 4-game parlay.
Okay, how about you, KP?
All right, so I got to go with Mr. TikTok, aka I just want to run clock the Giants. I'm going to make sure we lock in that under. And then we're going to rock with the Chiefs and Bills. I think that's going to be a lock for the over. I feel good about that. And definitely the 49ers because I'm confident in him putting up points, taking the over on that. And then I think my last lock is going to be the under for the Chargers and Ravens.
Okay, my 14 parlay, I got the Raiders going over. I got Packers going under. I got Chiefs over and Giants under. And for my $2,000 bet, I got Chiefs over. How about you, KP?
Ooh, 2,000. We throwing the whole thing up out there. I gotta put it on the. I gotta put it on the Giants under, man. Shit, that's easy money.
How about you, Bino?
I kept this game out on purpose because I didn't want y'all to choose it for the 2,000. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons and Saints under. I think both teams are on somewhat of a losing streak. I think it's gonna be a defensive division battle, so I'm confident in that one. Falcons, Saints under.
All right, that's it. That concludes the show. Any last minute thoughts, fellas?
Hey, I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to keep loafing for everybody that won a 48-hour league. This going to be 48 hours, nigga. It's one day a game, Pope. It's one day a game, Pope. If I'm free, I let it be. I'm going to go ahead and knock it out. If I got time, I get 2. But if not, fuck you. 1 game a day, dog.
I hear that.
All right. How about you, Bino?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Pope joining the show, man. If anybody else want to jump on the show, we try to knock them out as much as we can, as often as we can. Give us some feedback, throw a like in the comment, let us know how we doing. Appreciate y'all on the Dynasty, man. That's all I got.
All right, yeah, the Dynasty is the best. It's a league to be a part of. We out. Peace, fellas.
Peace.